Flashback.
Rich, can you introduce yourself to my following?
Yeah, my name is Richard Diaz. We are in what is infinitely renowned as the secret lab. Your body's using muscle, it's converting it to sugar, and lots of carbon dioxide because there's a lot of waste going off.
Yeah.
And your body's just toxic.
Jen, on a scale of 1 to 10, how comfortable are you in that mask? You're a 10.
My resting metabolic rate, that's me just like not doing anything. I burn 1,498 calories. 1,500 calories.
This is fancy.
You don't even know. This is gonna get real. So last time we kind of toyed with the idea of finding out what your threshold was on each device.
Yep.
Today, we're gonna do the same thing, except we're gonna pair it with watts. So on the machine, we're gonna look at what the watts were relative to the heart rate, relative to the threshold.
Okay.
So that when you're in the world doing what you do, we could look at that range where we're gonna flow in and out of that intensity based on your choice. It could be, well, better. Let's just say, for example, that 250 watts was 140 beats per minute. And so you're kind of working that, right? And then maybe a month from now, 140 beats per minute is 350 watts.
Jen and I are back today. We are at Richard Diaz's home, about to take our training to the next level. I mean, last time we tested our VO2 max, RMR, and we looked at our running analysis, and today we are going to be doing some high-tech stuff here in the backyard by his swimming pool. Jen, you want to fill people in what we're going to be doing today?
Yeah, so we are gonna test our threshold and also our the effort it is taking us to hit those heart rates, something like that. I'm sure.
So do you want me to explain it?
Maybe we should have Richard explain it. I feel like her intro is not very good. Richard, can you please explain quickly what we're doing today?
Okay, so people get VO2 tested. They might do it on one device. It may be on a treadmill. It might be on a bike. But the consequence of changing the dynamic of what you're going to get the test done on makes a difference. So your threshold on the bike, for example, may be very, very different than it might be on the rower. So identifying threshold on each of these devices gives you an edge when you're training because you'll always be in the right place. And what we're also going to do is a consequence of the cost of work, we want to see what the yield is by looking at the watts. So we're going to see the watts relative to cost on each of these devices, and then we can start assembling a program that's going to make a big difference.
I thought I was close.
Jen was really close
That's
to
pretty
it,
much
but that's
what
what
you
we're
said.
doing today. Right. Jen is going first. I'm going to keep track of her results, and then we're going to switch turns, and then I'm going to go.
Well, I'm just going to take a minute.
Jen, you're just talking and no one understands you.
I asked if you would take a picture, Lauren, with my phone.
Oh, we'll take a picture.
So I'm taking a picture of you taking pictures. Just about like that. A little more, a little more, a little more. Just like that.
Dang.
Well, you don't have voice commands in your camera? Okay, we need to get some difference in this. Let's go 175. That's good. Right about there. Looking for a change in the circumstance here. It's not changing. It's just a steady state.
Okay, we just finished the bike testing and now we're about to start the ski. And Richard is cutting down palm trees as we speak.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
gotta do what you gotta do to make us faster, I think. I don't know. Don't know if I want to show you guys our results, so I'll back out. All right, just finished the bike. Now we are gonna test our perceived effort and our watts, our threshold on the SkiErg. Jen is going right now, and I was assisting to make sure the tube that we're breathing in doesn't like move around and hit her arm as we're skiing. So you'll get to see. Jen and I are on the last machine, the evil rowing machine. Jen, thoughts?
I would actually rather row than SkiErg though.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So.
You get your wish.
We'll see.
Great.
Jen, those tights look really good on you.
Yeah, they're new. They're from Lulu. I was pretty amped on them.
Have you watched that thing on Netflix, Schitt's Creek?
No.
No, I haven't, but I've seen.
It's so fucking funny.
I
I mean, I don't. It's not my thing, but I've been watching it. My wife watches it.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. But this girl, she's got a pair of knockoffs, Lululemon knockoffs. They're called Lululemon.
Oh, really?
I just want to see. We might need a little bit more.
Nice, Jen.
Yeah, she's 66% confidence right now.
Oh yeah.
Let's bring it up to about 140 watts.
Richard, can you give a short little wrap up about today's morning session?
Yeah. How's my makeup look?
Looks fantastic.
Stunning.
Are you already videoing me?
Yeah, I'm already videoing.
Damn.
You're on.
Okay, so what did we just do? We conducted 3 distinct metabolic assessments on these devices: the rower, the SkiErg, and the biker. What we were trying to determine was the differences in threshold between these devices. And then we looked at not just heart rate response to the work, but we looked at the load. So measuring in watts for each effort, and we also took into account perceived effort. So what we looked for is on a perceived level, on a 1 to 10 scale, when you achieved what you felt was a 9, what did that feel like? And then we mark that with the watts produced and the heart rate that it costs to conduct that business. So defining the cost of work on each of these devices provides us with a unique opportunity to develop training protocols that are very, very specific to developing lactate tolerance. In the game of CrossFit and most any sport, fatigue is the enemy. What can we do to combat fatigue? Fatigue is measured in so many different ways, but I would suggest to you that when you start to get too acidic, you start to shut down, and that could be construed as fatigue. So being armed with this information allows us to write a training protocol for each of these devices that we can marry up with strength components that are going to make you a much better athlete.
Boom.
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 6 hours later.
We made it, or I made it back home. I dropped Jen off and then drove straight home. Literally been on the road for about 6 hours to Camarillo and back to visit Richard Diaz. We got so much useful information that I cannot wait to implement into my training after the last testing we did, and then this one was kind of a follow-up to do a little bit more testing, and now I just feel like this is even going to hopefully bring our training to another level. Just stepping it up, learning more about our bodies and learning more about our aerobic thresholds and what our body can handle, can and cannot do. So if you guys enjoyed this, please like this video, comment down below, subscribe to my channel, and I just want to let you all know that I love and appreciate you. Cannot wait to hear what you guys want to see next. Thanks everyone.
2,000 years later.
So Jen and I completely forgot to mention that on our trip to go visit Richard Diaz, this is super important for us leading into this next season because it's going to be helping us hopefully prep for the CrossFit Games. Jen was actually, I didn't tell you guys, but Jen was the fittest woman on earth in the Masters division, 40 to 44-year-olds.
But you guys probably already know that.
No, they don't know that, Jen. They want
I
more.
know they don't.
They want more of you, Jen.
No one knows that.
So no one knows that, but Jen is training to
Wait, some people know that.
Some people do know that. But anyways, Jen didn't get to actually take that title because of COVID. So the CrossFit Games got canceled for Jen. And obviously CrossFit Games got postponed, canceled for me. So we are excited because we are gonna put this training to use. So my thing to you, Jen, is how do you think this new aerobic program we're gonna be getting from Richard, how it's gonna help us train for next year's CrossFit Games?
Well, I did it last year actually leading into the Masters qualifier, online qualifier, and then also leading into the Masters competition in August. And so what I found is that it, first of all, keeps me healthy, keeps me not overtrained because I feel like that's a session where I come away from it working hard, but I'm not on the ground afterwards. So I don't need to be doing 2 times a day where I'm on the ground dead afterwards, right? I can come away from it and clear head and be like, hey, I got a really good workout. I trained the energy system that I need to, and now I can go about my day. So that's one thing. And then next is just building up the ability to work through fatigue and kind of cycle through that in a workout.
Yeah, so we are super excited to be putting this into use and getting ready for next year's CrossFit Games. Hopefully it pays off.